Today I'm watching Reply 1988. If you don't want to if you want to hear spoilers, you can stop watching now. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm so sad. I can't believe Jawan is not the husband. Can't believe Jack is the husband. I'm so heartbroken for Johan. I'm serious. I felt like I've been duped. But at the same time, I feel like, oh, I understand when I put my adult brain that it's not, you know, it's the way it's being told is very good, because if you're telling text story, it's pretty straightforward and it's pretty boring. So by telling Jongwon's story, it's actually much more interesting to watch. And I know like this time the series is not about the love. It's not about the love romantic side of things necessarily. I know that it's about family, friendship, and everything's about that. But I can't help it to feel like, oh my god, Jongwon. Oh! It started to mess with your head. I felt like I was so sure the husband would be Johan, and I think in the beginning they were angling for that. They were trying to do the franchise again, you know, with a very consistent ending. And I think it's very smart for them as well to change up the ending, because, you know, this way, the next time Reply series come around, I know that we won't take advantage of the fact that this is the person that they're going to end up with, you know. So by breaking the trust between the writer and us, I know that it's actually going to garner more audience in the next series if they're going to make, you know, the 4th installment. So in that sense, I get it from the business perspective, and from, you know, the fact that maybe Park Bo-gum is very, very popular right now, so, you know, it's swinging that way as well, like towards the fandom. And I understand the fact that, you know, I'm just really sad. Oh. I know it's not serious, but can you relate to this? Can you relate the fact that you are so attached to TV series or to characters that you can't even you can't even function? Or I cannot relate to this kind of excitement to the real world. Anyway, I'm eating carrots. Look, carrots and some veggies. Carrots. It's 1 kg of carrots. And sauce, just a cell-made sauce, and rice. I love my rice. It's my last batch of rice. 잘 먹겠습니다. I love my veggies. I understand the fact that Doksun has the, you know, the middle child syndrome, the insecurities, and for her, love, I think, is about being loved, not being, because she loved everyone. So her deal is, I think, finding that one person who loves you. And you know, I feel like because we are so focused on Jongwon's story that I was so willing to ignore all the other facts, you know, by the fact that, you know, Doksun was always from the beginning pat, you know, text butt and say, hurry up and grow up so you can marry me. And the consistency of, you know, the smoking crew, of course. But I think it's because in the beginning, the adult tech was really having Jonghwan's personality, the rudeness, the bickering between him and Doksun. So straight away, it's like, oh, the personality is very much Jonghwan's. But I think we forget that it's been we've known each other for 40 years, and we don't really see a lot of text personality except from what's being given. It's not a lot. And they've been married for 20, 30 years. So, you know, people change within that period. So I can rationalize it that way, although I still believe that in the beginning, the writer and the PD and everyone else would thought that, you know, Doksun will end up with Jongwon. I think Jongwon's story was pretty much finished at episode 18 when the whole show is basically dedicated for that, like goodbye my first love, like, you know. And we forget that he was very hesitant towards Doksun. Well, Tech is very straightforward. Like he asked her out to movie, he kissed her, and when it seems like, you know, it was very like it's a lost cause, he kissed her again. My body's been been having like water retention issues. That is retaining too much water. And I read on the internet that you have to eat, actually you have to eat red vegetables other than orange. But I guess this will do for now. Like cranberry or like fruit and vegetables that are red, and tomatoes. I should do that. I want to see whether it works, actually works or not. Oh, this is so good. it's very refreshing after about 3 series installments that the male lead didn't get the girl. Although my heart still breaks and I still want to kill the writer. Up to yesterday anyway. I went to bed angry. This is part of growing up though, huh? In hindsight though, I feel like Toksun always show her feelings after her friends tell her to. In this case, when her stewardess friend told her why is she not dating Tech, and in the case of Sunwoo and Jongwon is with the, her high school friends. So I don't know what to make of that. I mean, usually if you like someone, you just like someone not because someone else has mentioned it. Sunwoo and Bora got caught almost kissing by the 3 Ajumas. Awkward! I think this reply series is also the audience target is not only for the for the younger generations. It's for family. It expands its own market audience. Yes, it disappointed a lot of fans out there that are very vocal in Twitter or in other social media outlets, but maybe they're targeting different sort of market within the nationally, because I think the rank is very high, the viewing viewing rating. Which means that a lot of people are tuning in, and they're not all going to be high school students. But it was really surprising how fast it is for me to get over the fact that I was heartbroken. I think this helps sharing. And also perspective. I think it makes sense for Tech to be with Doksun. It keeps them in the family. So, you know, every one of them will know that, you know, Doksun will take care of him very well. Besides, first love was great and everything, but after 20 years, you know, when you start to have to think about how am I going to pay my rent, how am I going to pay my mortgage, my boss is such a dickhead at work, life starts to take over and you sort of appreciate other things, like my parents at least still healthy, you know, all those kind of things. Like, you know, when you grow up, you sort of have other priorities except for, like, other than, oh, does he like me or does she like me, that type of thing. They make Sunwoo really good looking in the last 2 episodes. Oh. Like in the first few episodes, he was really nerdy. He's obviously very good looking, but I think the way they make him up and the way the way the camera angles from below his face makes him a bit chubbier. But now the camera angles actually make it from the top, and he looks a lot better. I'm sure Young will get, you know, another girl somewhere in his future. And I'm sure he will not hesitate. He should learn from his lesson. If he actually like a girl next time. What about you guys? Are you guys Team Tech or Team Jonghyun? I must be really happy if you're Team Jonghyun. Hey, Team Tech. I'm still in denial. It really messes with my identity, the fact that it wasn't Jonghyun. I feel like, oh my god, I was so sure it was him. What else am I wrong about in my life? This is how K-drama can ruin you. Makes you doubt about every decision that you make in your life. Am I in denial about something else in my life? The one that I was so sure that it's going to pan out? Am I delusional? I'm glad that his brother actually got a happy ending. And being introduced to the future father-in-law. It actually feels good not to have a familiarity with the era that they're telling, because it feels like the believability is there. I feel like, yeah, okay, I believe this sort of things happen. They have different values, different priorities. Mm. I think I need a little bit of time to grieve and get used to the idea that this series is over. At least one thing though, regardless however I felt, at least I felt something when it's over. You know, most dramas these days, the last 2 episodes are basically fillers. In this one, although maybe it's because I was still in denial with the fact that it wasn't Johan, at least I was like holding on to the very end to see what the story is still about and how they sort of ended. In a way, it's very real, you know, like life doesn't have that happy ending, tie in a neat, pretty bow type of thing. This is just a story that happens between this time and that time. And people kept on living, people kept on going, and there's no, you know, neat little bow in life until you die. Which I think I appreciate. It's not a romantic comedy type of drama. It's a life drama. And part of it are just romance stories, but not all of it. It's like a messy eater. And that's it for today. I'm gonna cry for the whole of today. Oh, because tomorrow, okay, maybe on Tuesday, when it's up, it's time for Cheers in the Trap. I hope that will pick up my mood. I hope Yu Jong will be very nice to Sora. because otherwise I'll be in a very, very bad mood this week. Anyway, bye! Thanks for watching!